Okay, now we begin with the voice of serve. I hope that that introduction to the voice of serve and the journey of the Apostle Paul has gotten you thinking, has gotten you reflecting on the last questions I asked at the end of that video. We have to be in a place where our learning is considered learning, not knowing. If we are learning, then it's okay to make mistakes, ask questions, rediscover. Oh, I thought I heard this. Now I realize that's not what I heard. And that should be fine, even when it comes to divine guidance. So let's go to the voice of self. Our scripture passage, if you're following along the book, is Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. Let's go to our next scriptures in the book of Psalms. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Psalms 139 and verse 13 to 14. So, a quick observation to these two biblical texts, and then we'll move on. First, the idea that our lives are with a purpose. Our lives are, if you will, a product of a purpose. From Jeremiah, before I formed you, that is, before the idea of your conception came into play, there was a purpose. This proved to us that we are here to fulfill a purpose. We're here to meet a need that is already in place, a vacuum that God designed us to fill. Equally, we have to be careful that being known to be created for a purpose does not mean we have a specific purpose to which, once we're done fulfilling that purpose, our job is over. Let me explain. Because it is God who made us, and the purpose for which He made us is His purpose. We cannot use our finite mind to imagine, narrow down, specify, and then authenticate. Yeah, I know this is exactly why God created me, to meet that need. What if in the next season of your life, God brings you to a different understanding? Would you be then, was it wrong that He used you back then to meet a certain need? Or can He, as the potter, have the freedom to use the clay for whatever purpose He desired? Now you see, one of the most challenging aspects of divine guidance, hearing God's voice, is when we approach divine guidance with set lenses, we put ourselves into a huge challenge. What does it mean, a set lenses? If our seeking God is to find out what specific thing He created us to fulfill here on earth, I mean, that sounds incredible, isn't it? We can even look at ourselves like in a car, there's an engine of the car, and then, there is a steering, look, that's mechanical. Human being, we are way too complex to be likened to an engine of a car. Check Jesus's analogy. Living organisms are always His primary focus. Jesus will use analogy like trees, like fruits, like the soil. Why? They're too complex. Because The complexity of a seed, of a fruit, go through different processes, including entering the soil. The complexity of a tree deals with different facets of the roots that go into the ground, the trunk and branches that go up, and the flowers and the leaves. It's the complexity of our human uniqueness cannot be narrowed down to a specific assignment to which we believe that God had ordained our lives. Therefore, this is what we are called to do. Let me propose to you, perhaps our understanding of divine guidance should be in a way that we discover who we are. From what we have discovered, we take steps to obey what God has placed on our heart, not because that is our purpose, but because we are responding in obedience to God. Does that make sense? With that in mind, let's go back to Psalms 139. You knit me together in my mother's womb. That is intentionality. That is not a rush, fast, put together fast, and because we have to be in a hurry. Knit me together. This idea of knitting is the intentionality with which every part of my body, every tissue, every vessel is intentionally organized to function as my fingers, to function as my head, my hair, my nose, my eyes, intentionally, so that the eye doesn't end up behind here. Then he said, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. This is quite interesting that David used the word fearfully. Notice the person knitting him together is God. So it's almost as if what David is capturing here is the emotion, a tender emotion of a mother holding a baby at birth, or even the tender emotion of a father. I had the privilege to have 5 of my kids at birth. It's so tender. You are so aware. We're doing a body-to-body contact. It's this tenderness of she's crying, he's crying, and you are just I don't know how to describe it. It's just so unique. Fearfully, because you know it's so tender. If there is if I need to trip, then let me fall backward and hurt myself, and it's so unique. So David is capturing God had this almost like a maternal sense of emotion. It's not that God is afraid, who knows, it's a baby, No, it's a tenderness with which fearfully and then wonderfully made. We see this expression on Jesus, the day of his baptism. This is my dearly loved Son, with whom I am well pleased. And to wrap up this video, on Jeremiah and Psalms, before we now approach some question, the question arises: what about if you're born in a family where your parents didn't like you? What about women who are pregnant through circumstances that were against their will? And when questions like that come up, it appears to say that should never have happened. Procreation is not God waiting for people to meet together and have sexual intercourse, then he grab and make babies. Procreation is a natural phenomenon that will always happen if there is an intercourse. The question is, what will God do with your life.